Hey everyone, welcome to my intense smoky eye makeup tutorial. I know it's been a while, but I'm back at it again, trying to get everything situated and in order. I am very behind on videos, but anyways, I'm doing my brows with my Old Faithful, my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro brow pomade in the shade Ebony, and of course I'm moisturizing my face with my Neutrogena, and I'm priming it with my MAC Time Check Lotion. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean up my brows with another Old Faithful of mine. That is my LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the shade either Toffee or Fawn. I'm not sure which one it is, but I use either or to clean up my brows, so it's cool. Now I'm taking my concealer brush and I am blending all of that out. Next step, of course, is to go ahead and color correct with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Orange Corrector. And of course, I do it in my usual places underneath my eyes, around my mouth, and I cover up all of my little acne scars. Then I'm taking my finger to go ahead and blend it all out. I like to do it with my finger because it helps to really warm up the product so I can get a nice even spread with the blending. Now I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn or Toffee, and I'm using that to use as an eyeshadow base. I'm sorry, y'all. I had a brain fart. An eyeshadow base, and I'm just going ahead and blending that out with my concealer brush, and then I'm taking the shade Katsina from my Juvia's Place Saharan palette, and I'm using that to set my concealer. Next, for my transition shade, I'm going back into my Saharan palette, and I'm taking the shade Jamila to use in and above my crease. Now going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills World Traveler palette, I'm taking the shade Fudge and using that to go ahead and deepen my crease and to deepen above my crease. Now as a base, I'm going in with my Inglot number 77 Black Gel Liner, and I'm taking a smudge brush and just smudging it all over my lid. I'm using this as a base in order to intensify my black eyeshadow. When you go in with a regular powder eyeshadow, it usually does not give you as much intensity unless it's highly pigmented, and you won't have a problem with it going anywhere, but I have yet to find a black eyeshadow to do that. If you do know of one, holla at your girl. But again, I'm using it as a base to go ahead and just give me some intensity once I put on my black eyeshadow. So there won't be any spaces peeking through once I put on my shadow. It'll be nice and, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but it'll just be full on black. Going in with that noir shade from the World Traveler palette, I'm taking that to go ahead and blend out the edges of the Inglot liner. And I lost footage of this, but I actually took that same noir eyeshadow and I packed it all over my lid on top of the gel liner. So I lost that footage. I'm sorry. I didn't even know the camera had stopped recording, so that kind of sucks. But I mean, hey, it happens a lot. I'm still figuring things out, y'all. Y'all know I'm not tech savvy. So I need something that'll hold, I don't know, maybe I need a new memory card, something that'll hold my battery better. I'm not sure, but we need to get that together. So I'm going just continuously taking that noir and just blending everything out, so you won't see any harsh lines from where the Inglot liner ended. So yeah, I'm trying to get it nice and intense here, just adding the black and blending it out so it's not too harsh and it's nice and smoky. And then I'm going in with the shade Morocco just to diffuse it a little bit because it was starting to get a little bit more intense than I wanted it to be around the edges. Like, I didn't want it to just reach all the way above to underneath my eyebrows. So I just took that shade Morocco just to go ahead and diffuse the edges. For my brow bone highlight, I'm going in with the shade Lulu. It's like a light pink shimmery shade. Well, it's not really shimmer, it's kind of like a satin shimmer. So it's not too glittery, but I really love the shade. It's very soft. So yeah, now I'm going back in with the black and just blending everything out. And I kind of wanted just a little bit more intensity just on the outer V, so I added some more black. Now for my face, I'm taking my Clinique foundation in the shade 25 Spice, and I'm going to use that and just dot it all over my face. And then I'm taking my Beauty Blender Pro and I'm going to blend that all out. For my highlight, I'm using the Maybelline concealer in the shade 30 Cafe. To set my concealer highlight, I'm using my Mercier translucent powder to place all over the areas that I've placed the concealer. Of course, the usual places underneath my eye, down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, Cupid's bow, and chin. To set my entire face, I'm using my Black Radiance Soft Focus Powder in the shade Creamy Bronze Finish 9202, and I'm just taking my e.l.f. powder kabuki brush and just patting it all over my face as I also sweep away the Laura Mercier translucent powder. For my contour, I'm taking my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Contour Palette. This is a powder contour palette, and I'm taking the two darkest shades and I'm using that to contour my nose, my cheekbones, underneath my lip, my jawline, and my forehead. And of course, I start with my e.l.f. contour brush to get my lines together, and then I take my Morphe M530 brush to blend everything out so that the contour is not too harsh from the way I placed it with the e.l.f. contour brush. Now I'm taking my Morphe M530 contour blender and I'm using that to go ahead and blend out the concealer further in order to remove the harsh lines that were created with the e.l.f. contour brush. And I am contouring my cheekbones. I'm going to be contouring around the perimeter of my forehead, and I'm also going to be contouring my jawline. Now I'm going in on my waterline with this Marc Jacobs black gel liner. I absolutely love this liner. It's probably one of the best ones I've used so far. I am trying to look for something that's probably a bit more affordable. This one was a part of a birthday package from Sephora, but we need a full size. Now I'm going back into the Juvia's Place Saharan palette and I'm taking the shade Chad and Katsina. I'm using Katsina to just go ahead and smoke that underneath, and also taking Chad to smoke that and mix it with Katsina so that way the bottom lash line is not too harsh. Now back to the Saharan palette, I'm taking the shade Zoya and I'm using that to highlight my inner corner. For blush, I'm taking my e.l.f. palette in dark and I'm using one of the bottom shades, I think the darker of the bottom shades, to go ahead and place on my cheeks. For my highlight, I am going into that eyeshadow shade Zoya, and I'm using that as a highlighter, and it actually turned out really nice. I've seen people do it before, and I think I've only tried it once, and it was like a fail, but I think I used like the wrong type of eyeshadow. But this one it was really good. I enjoyed this one. For lashes, I'm taking the style Diva by Koko Lashes, and I use my House of Lashes lash glue to apply it. And of course, before I apply my lashes, I put on my mascara, and I did that off camera because, I mean, we all know how to put on mascara, right? I don't have to show it all the time, especially to save time on these videos. But placing my lashes on. Now for the lips, my favorite part, I'm using Colourpop's Ultra Matte in the shade Beeper, and I'm just placing a little bit of that, just one thin coat of it on my lips, and then I'm going over top with Colourpop's Ultra Glossy in the shade Finders Keepers. I thought this was a gorgeous combination. I absolutely love these two together. Ta-da! Here is the finished look. I thought that everything came together very well. This is my first time actually doing a full-on all black smoky eye, and I thought I did a pretty good job for my first time. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little bit of a slow-mo, and I hope that you all enjoy the video. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you all very soon and get to know you. So again, thank you for watching, and see you next time.